Hi, and welcome to this week's podcast. I'm unprepared and Chatterbox Zombie as well.
I am Dante, and I am prepared.
There you go. Isn't that the story of our fucking lives?
Um, I'm have had fuck it, whatever English is irrelevant on this show. Let's be fair. I've had a pretty shitty weekend.
Same.
Right now,
Same.
yeah, you had your birthday. You turned 12 or whatever you turned.
Mhm.
And you were sick. Which is-
Massively sick on my birthday.
I mean, I was just saying, like, the fun, well, actually, no, the opposite of fun. The terrible thing about being an adult is when you have a birthday, it's just completely irrelevant. You wake
And
up
you
and you're like,
realize no one cares.
for about 18 years of my life, I was super excited about my birthday. Now I wake up, I'm like, yeah, fuck it. And then people are like, oh, you're getting a cake for your birthday? I'm like, well, no one's making it, so I gotta make my own. It's fucking depressing.
It's at this weird stage where I know it's gonna suck. It's gonna be a shitty adult birthday. I call them adult birthdays.
Yeah.
But I still have that childish sense of glee and hope that it might be a really fun day and better than any other day might be. But then it won't, and I will ultimately be disappointed.
Yep. I've given up hope.
Maturity, yeah, it's a
Too
bitter
old for that
fucking
shit.
pill to swallow.
Yeah. Well, in my life, I decided, well, my fucking hot water cylinder decided to spring a leak. And the hot water cylinder is in my wardrobe. Fucking
Now
hell.
wet clothes
Everything got soaked. My carpet's been ripped up.
and wet skis.
I've had to move my entire room, which isn't large at the best of times. I'm turning away from the microphone to explain it. Like, you can see me because I'm a fucking idiot. I moved half my room. I moved all my room into one half of it, basically, so I could fit everything. Surprisingly roomy when you get everything like squeezed up. But now half my room is still drying out. I've got fans and dehumidifiers and all sorts of shit going just to try and get it out of the ground. We've ripped all the carpet out. It's fucking depressing. So
Speaking of wet things and things that might be in your closet, that sounds erotic. This is going to be disappointing.
that is.
I have an Asian friend called Jackie. You know Jackie,
I know Jackie, yeah.
who is exceptionally Asian. Ask me how Asian he is.
How Asian is he, Cheddar?
He's so Asian that in high school he used to wash his umbrella.
Fucking hell.
That's
And-
Asian.
As much as I want that to be a joke, I know Jackie well enough to know that he is that fucking weird.
That's the joke. He actually did that.
The funniest thing about Jackie is you get him to do like a stereotypical Asian accent, and he's bad at it. That's fucking hilarious to me.
I just love. Do you remember that when Jackie Chan had his own like animated TV series for some reason?
Yeah.
Because the only thing worse than Jackie Chan's acting is Jackie Chan's voice acting. Like, fuck it, just give him his own cartoon. Jade, you are a little girl. You cannot do this.
Someone's posting Overwatch art on Twitter. You have to excuse me for a moment.
Is it erotic Overwatch art?
It's Diva and Tracer and May taking a selfie, and then everything exploded.
And it is undeserving of your time and attention.
So stupid.
This is some tits out for the boys. Tits out for the boys hashtag.
Yeah. What were we talking about? I got
I know,
distracted.
but I've forgotten that we're on YouTube now, and that previous comment was not okay. The SJWs will be here soon.
I don't care. Fuck, this is us, man.
Yeah.
If people get offended by us, I mean, hey, like, just click the X button. Problem solved. And also, be offended. It's cool. Be offended. I get offended by stupid shit, but be offended. It's good fun. You have difference of opinion. I don't have to conform to your shit. You don't have to conform to mine. I think you're a bunch of cunts. You think I'm a cunt. It's all a happy family.
It's all a happy family. You sent me the thing once. It's like, it's okay to not like stuff.
Things, but
It's
it's right.
okay, just don't be a dick about it.
That's pretty much it.
That was a good song, sung by an annoying girl. I don't like her. I'm going to be a cunt to her.
Fuck, we're off to a roaring start. Let's talk about games.
Games.
Tokyo Gaming Show is... Okay, full disclosure, we normally record and release on a Wednesday. It's currently Tuesday. We're recording anyway, because Chad has got some shit to do tomorrow. I don't know. Tokyo Gaming Show is on right now, so I can't properly wrap it up because it's not finished yet. I just realized, am I on the microphone? Yes, I am. I have 4 microphones within range of me. This is ridiculous. But yes, it's Tokyo Gaming Show, heaps of cool shit. Hideo Kojima got on stage and talked a pile about stupid shit that no one cares about. But that new game with fucking Norman Reedus, was that his name? Norman Reedus?
Dude.
You know, they come from fucking the show? Yeah, cool. Apparently it's a big open world game with some online elements and some exploration and shit like that. Looks pretty interesting. Yeah, cool. But some of the interesting thing that came out of it was basically that the PS Vita, although it has new colors, like they're still trying to sell it, what the fuck, actually sells better than the PS4 in Japan. Apparently, as it happens, the Japan console market is a piece of shit. Mobile games have completely destroyed the console market there. Who knew?
Well, it doesn't surprise me. They have so little free time to do anything. They have to schedule in breathing at this rate.
Yeah, I mean, I do remember both times I've been to Japan, sitting on the train and just watching people on their phones playing the games, and they all seem to play the same game because Japan conformism and shit. But yeah, so apparently the consoles are dead, and their goal to reinvigorate it, or at least their attempt to reinvigorate it, will be with Final Fantasy 15, as well as World of Final Fantasy, which looks absolutely fucking terrible.
You're talking about a nation whose large social majority is claimed to be disinterested and not have time or interest in sex. You're gonna have to make gaming pretty fucking accessible to wiggle in there.
Yeah. Well, actually, I'd say it's almost the opposite. You just have to make anything, and people just oh, distraction. That's nice.
Yeah, I don't know.
But Japan is the most horribly conformist society ever. And if you don't agree with me, go to Japan. They're literally drones and drones and drones of people. They're all exactly the same. Droves of people.
Is that race? Probably, I don't know. They should do what they do in Thailand, where you just walk down the street and then a girl gives you a menu and you're like, what's this menu? Oh, that's not a restaurant.
Oh, yeah, totally. I don't know if you heard me sniffing then. I was trying to hit the mute button, failed. Cool. There's also a high school girl PSVR simulator, which I think we talked about once upon a time ages ago. But they showed it on stage. Hey, look, you can be a high school girl in your room. Cool. Japan.
Why would you want that?
Great question. Because I don't know. I mean, Yandere Simulator, that's kind of amusing. It's like taking the piss out of something. But just being a girl, oh no, I'm gonna go shopping tonight. What the fuck's the point in this game?
It's like, did you ever play Love Plus on DS? Of course you didn't.
That's a real stupid question.
But that's what it was like, and then you had to up your stats to become a more desirable person.
Oh, yes, I remember this.
And you had to choose how you divided up your time after school, whether club activities or homework or working out, or one of them was just called Oshado, just fucking dressing up.
What, just go home and dress up for no reason?
Basically, so that you became more fashionable and dressed better.
Sure.
Because that's what straight men do in their free time.
Yeah, totally. You go home and you get changed and you get unchanged and redo that over and over because that's a fucking smart idea. No, what men do is you have a pile of shirts that's unfolded because fuck that. You have a pile of jeans that's unfolded because fuck that. You grab two of them. Are they the same color? No. Sweet. We're good to go. That's
or if you're a man-child like me, you get in your onesie and you're sweet.
Yeah. You had a onesie party, didn't you? Was that this weekend? Is that the onesie party?
This weekend.
Nice.
Everyone's tired.
I was going to say...
Except you, Clyde.
Fuck Clyde, man.
He's going to fuck off someone called Clyde.
I was going to go to your party, but like I said, my brother's 30th. It's kind of hard to... Well, admittedly, it's both a dress-up party. Your one's a onesie, which is kind of funny. His one's a suit party, so I've got the stupid double-breasted suit with tan pants and boat shoes, because I'm like, well, fuck it. Everyone's going to be dressed in reasonable suits, so I'm going to go looking like a cunt.
Let's do something lame and super IGN. If you could invite one video game character to your birthday party, what character would it be?
One video game character to your party. You just put me on the spot. I'm trying to think of the stupidest but funniest one.
Yeah.
I don't know. I can't do it. Pikachu. Fuck it. Done.
See, I was going to go with Mr. Mime.
Mr. Mime would be pretty cool.
Because he can block out the haters.
Or just Porygon and give everyone a fucking epileptic fit.
Oh, that'd be cool. Yeah. Is there any video game character that's just known for partying?
I don't know, but for some reason Earthworm Jim came into my head and I'm like, that's not right. He didn't party. He just fucking ran around looking like a retard.
Leisure Suit Larry came to my mind. I don't want AIDS. I don't want AIDS.
That would be a really terrible person to have in your birthday. Anyway. Yeah. I have more stuff to talk about. We're already 10 minutes in and we haven't actually talked about anything really substantial apart from being a high school girl. Which we have a lot of experience with, obviously.
Are you saying that's not substantial?
No, what the fuck? Anyone that thinks high school matters is a fucking idiot.
No, it matters to them. That's the key thing.
Oh, yeah, totally. At the time, it's the most important thing ever. But really, you get out of it and you go, wow, that was a waste of 5 years of my life.
That's one of the key things to being a good teacher or parent or just relating to children is you have to understand that it matters to them. Even though it's so hard to give a shit because it's so inconsequential and minute compared to your adult real-world fucking problems, it matters to them.
Literally, when bad things happen to them, it's the worst thing that's ever happened to them.
Exactly, because they haven't had anything actually bad happen to them ever.
Yeah, and for, like, I was talking to, God forbid, I was talking to fucking teenagers the other day on Reddit. Christ. And they were all complaining about, like, you don't understand how hard it is these days to be a teenager, blah, blah. It's like, you think none of us had these problems? It's just now we all look back and go, well, like, you tell people high school was the best years of your life. And a lot of people are like, but I was bullied in high school. I was like, guess what's going to happen when you leave? It's going to be worse. Get fucking real, cunt. You're going to have to learn to live it, tough it out.
Yeah.
Cool, that's some good advice from me. If you think high school's bad, life's going to treat you worse unless you figure yourself out.
Positive words, Dante.
Yep, I'm not a positive person. I'm a blunt person. I give blunt advice. People come to me, like legitimately come to me in complete distress, going, how do I solve these problems? I solve problems. I don't fucking pat you on the back. Fuck you. Anyway, games. Mafia 3. Cool stuff came out about Mafia 3. Looks awesome. 1968, ex-Vietnam vet is the main character. I love sort of post-war veterans as main characters for Mafia games. If you've ever seen Peaky Blinders, the TV show, that's pretty cool. It's about a bunch of Brummy guys that came back from World War World War One and became gangsters. And it's really awesome because they're just violent sort of people that can completely quell their sort of, humanity and stuff like that. But a lot of them have PTSD and it's all fucked up. Like that sort of shit. It's very cool. The idea of a military people in the gangs is very cool. The games look pretty good. They've learned their lessons from the last games. There were some serious problems I had with Mafia 2, even though I really enjoyed it, specifically around buying and the way the story worked. So now it's going to be all open world. You can explore how you want. It's going to be kind of like GTA-esque, for lack of a better term. And the coolest thing is they released a spec sheet of, like a minimum specs required to play the game. And they did it as though it was like a 1970 or early 1970s magazine. Do you think you could handle the power of this PC or this game or whatever? And it's like that. It looks real fucking legit. It's fucking awesome.
And on the other side was an ad for X-ray specs.
Yeah, I should send it. I don't fucking save it.
I know that's not 70s. I know it's a lot earlier. I'm not that fucking dumb.
Yeah, it's fine. And there's also a Mass Effect Andromeda tech demo. Now, it's kind of hard to say that I'm interested because, for those that don't know, I fucking love Mass Effect. It's one of the few games that actually got me to buy apparel. How the fuck do you say that word? Shirts.
Apparel.
I bought jackets and hoodies. I fucking love it so much.
I just say merch.
Yeah, we'll say merch. And I also bought little like models of the ships and stuff like that. I fucking love that game. But then I finished 3. I was quite happy with the end of 3. A lot of people weren't. Fucking whatever, who cares? This one's kind of like, how do I explain? It's like a weird blend of Halo and like, it's still Mass Effect style, but it's like a weird blend of Halo and Stargate, but with a Mass Effect style all wrapped around it. It looks quite cool, but it's very dragging it out. Like, at this point, how much do we care about Mass Effect, right? They should have just left it. They finished the game. Just leave it. But no, they have the spin-off series where you're playing as a brother and sister. And anime's taught me that that's going to end weird, but that's all right.
Very weird.
Yeah. The dad's also in the game, and there's a whole like, if you pick femship, then you're the female. It's not ship, but whatever. You pick the female character, then you go meet your brother and your dad. If you pick the male character, you go meet your sister and your dad. And, cool. That's kind of an interesting mechanic, I guess. But I'm not driven to buy it, and that sucks. I like the game. Same as Battlefield 1. I played a shitload of that recently. I'm not driven to buy it, and that sucks because I like Battlefield. I'm not. Am I jaded? Is that what I am, or I just learned my lesson that EA produces shit games?
No, we've known this for a long time, and you choose to ignore it sometimes, determined on sectional bias. Basically.
Yeah, I don't care enough, and I love these series, so I'll probably ignore them and see what happens. Maybe I'll buy them bargain bin because I would like to play it, just not right now.
Do you know what I'd like to play? Recore. Have you seen anything about Recore?
Literally, a lot of details are just coming out from TGS. I don't know anything about it, but it looks fucking pretty.
Looks fucking pretty, right?
Yeah.
I'll play the shit out of that.
What platforms is it coming to? Do you know?
Xbox One and PC.
Oh, nice.
It's like a 3D platformer, which I thought was a fucking extinct genre, but apparently not, and it looks great, and I want to play it.
Yeah, it actually, when I only saw some concept art and some basic videos of it, and I genuinely, I would play that game. I don't know anything about it, though. Is it like, do they have release dates and shit, or is it just sort of concept stuff right now?
I'm not sure. I thought it was out because there's reviews already.
True, it might already be out. That'd be interesting. I might have to have a look after the podcast.
We're game journalists.
Yeah, well, we can't keep up with everything. I keep up with the stuff I'm interested in, right? I got a full-time job. You've got a full-time. We got careers. Fuck. We're not one of those YouTubers that just spend all their day in their room. Fuck, I wish that would be their dream, right?
I got a full-time fever.
Yeah, good shit. There's a PS4 Pro out, We kind of only talk about PC games, but hey, there you go. There's a PS4 Pro out.
What does it do?
It's more powerful, higher frame rates or higher resolution. Can technically put out 4K. Or
you get to choose between high frame rates or high resolution.
That's exactly what the case is. Yes. You have to, so the nice thing is it gives developers an option. They can either develop specifically for the PS4 Pro or they can develop for the old school PS4. PS4 Pro is compatible with both styles, which is fucking cool. Does
that mean there will be some PS4 Pro only games?
Yes.
Oh, fuck. As if that whole console shit wasn't bogged down by enough pretentious teenage elitism already.
Well, yeah, the funny thing is they're talking about, like, you can do full 4K and shit like that. Well, the funny thing is that they didn't put the Ultra HD Blu-ray drive in, so you can't actually play 4K videos, which is kind of a bad start. Also, that you can't play games in 4K on a PS4. You can't do it. There's no way of doing it. So it's like, it's a good idea, but it's not quite there yet. If you're really interested in high resolution or high frame rate, you should have got a PC already. And I'm not saying that just out of elitism, like genuinely. If you are interested in high resolution, high graphics, get a PC. That's what they do. So it's a good step forward, and it puts it head and shoulders above all the other consoles, like by a long way, but it's not quite right.
I still prefer the Xbox One's controller.
Same. I prefer the Xbox controllers, which is kind of the benefit of PC, is I can just use any of them. But I prefer the Xbox controllers. I still like the 360 controller better than a One controller. That's just preference, I guess, and comfortable shit.
I used to, but it was a quick adjustment phase for me. Oh, it just reminds me of Mad Max playing that last year with the Xbox One controller. I fucking loved that game.
That was a cool game. It seems so silly and fun that you can actually just stick around.
Do you know, sorry to sidetrack here, but do you know how everyone just hated on it because it was another fucking Batman-style combat clone?
Yep.
Which it totally was. But hey, if you're going to rip off, you might as well rip off one of the coolest fucking third-person action fighting sort of systems there is.
And given Batman's kind of dying really quickly.
Yeah, but better than that, Batman had you fuck around with all these gadgets and stuff, and then there was no way to get people right out of your face quick unless you built up enough combo for one of the super moves. Max had his fucking shotgun.
Yeah.
There was a fuck you button. Anytime you were getting beaten up and like just go, fuck this, you just whip out your shotgun and one of the fucking greasy skid marks was dead like that.
Just a note button.
Yeah, like fuck, boom, boom, and they fucking dead. It was great.
It's good shit.
Yeah, it's like that scene from Indiana Jones where the guy comes up doing all this fancy sword shit.
Oh, yeah, that's got some cool story about it. I'm not going to go into it, but yeah, basically...
Everyone knows that story.
Well, yeah, someone probably doesn't, but basically he was shitting liquid and decided that was not how Indy should fight, so he just shot a gun at him. Good shit.
I thought it was Indy wasn't feeling well that day.
Yeah, he was liquid shits. Cool
story. Liquid shits.
Yeah.
Diarrhea.
Yep. Die of the rear. Meanwhile, I got sick of Overwatch and Robocraft and decided to go find another game, and my mates and I decided that we wanted to get back into an MMO. It's been a long time since I played MMOs, but I really like them.
Are you playing the new update for WoW?
I'm not, although that has sold 3.3 million copies in the last week, I think. That's fucking insane for a game that's that old.
That's nearly the New Zealand population.
That is nearly the New Zealand population. But I played The Elder Scrolls Online. Turns out I could find it cheap. Me and my mates all got it, and we decided to jump into it. And it's basically every other MMO ever, which is bad, but it has a splash of Skyrim, but it's also, like, good. I like the feeling of playing an MMO, so I just slotted straight into it and enjoyed it. Now, we were going to go play Guild Wars 2, but I played Guild Wars 2 to death. I have a lot of in-game gear and very, very powerful character, and I was like, fuck that, I'm not going to start again. I'd rather play something from scratch. The Elder Scrolls Online. It's a broken-ass game, but it's fucking cool because it's an MMO. And it's cheap. You don't have to pay subscription anymore. Yay!
Sounds good, guy.
And the only other thing from me is that PC Gamer designed, with their 5,200 of their readers, decided to try and build a custom Overwatch character. Now, the core was they'd come up with a bunch of ideas and people would vote on what they wanted. And they ended up with a surprisingly well-rounded character called... Venom? I can't remember.
Venom?
Venom, as in snakebite.
Oh, there's enough of fucking characters called that in the world.
Yeah, so she's like the opposite of technology. She's all about plants taking over and shit like this. And she has the ability to do vine whips and shit like that. But she's like a really interesting utility melee character where she can go up and she can do single target melee attacks. Or she can use like right click and she'll do like a big sweep attack and do multiple damage, kind of like Reinhardt's hammer. She has HP spores that she can do minor heals to people that run through the spores. And her ultimate ability is she roots all the heroes in a certain radius around her, all the enemy heroes. Fuck, I got it. There we go. So it's like a really cool utility character. She can also use her vines to dash forward. And I was like, basically, it's a good, well-rounded character. It's a melee sort of bruiser and sort of utility support. Kind of fills a lot of gaps there, but isn't powerful in any one of them, like fucking Genji, who just like, I press left click, win games.
Yeah, sounds like Genji.
Yeah. But that's all I have. Do you have anything else to talk about in games?
You should click that thing I just sent you.
You did just send me a thing. Jesus Christ.
Take a look at that thing.
Oops, I opened it twice. Those look not good.
Those are genuine fucking sterling silver Pokemon jewelry rings.
They are fucking hideous. Okay, the Pikachu one's alright. I don't mind that one. The one that's wrapping around the ring, that's kind of adorable. The Gengar one, oh my god.
That's fucking... Oh, God. I'm impressed. How much is 38,000 yen? Holy fuck.
I have no idea.
Like, they're too chunky to be appreciable as fucking jewelry. Unless you're one of those big, scary-looking biker cunts, and then you don't want fucking Pokemon in your fingers.
I'm trying to convert 38,000 yen to New Zealand dollars, so I can... $509.
See, I like Venusaur, but I don't like Venusaur that much.
I mean, honestly, Venusaur's probably the least purchased one of those rings, because for two reasons. One, no one gives a shit about Venusaur, and two, that is the fucking awkward ring to look at and wear.
Yeah, it very much is. But the Blastoise one is like on his belly.
I like the Blastoise one.
He's doing a belly flop on your finger.
Yeah, that's cool. They could make these so much more tasteful, but for some reason they decided to make these derpy fucking things.
Yeah, I don't know why they did that. Maybe I think they should have done just had like the Pokemon symbol for each type sort of encrusted on the ring or something like that.
Yeah, like basic engravings or something like that. That would go a long way, but for some reason they decided to put giant fucking metal versions of Pokemon on a ring. Like, gross, man.
Well, it's gonna get scratched up and look shitty.
Yeah.
So right now the Tokyo Game Show is on, but I'm not in Tokyo. Are you in Tokyo?
No, I'm in Wellington. It's not quite as exciting.
So yeah, neither of us are at Tokyo, but we know what it's like. We've been there
many times. I fucking love going there. Tokyo's one of my favorite places.
Yeah, but yeah, I imagine there will be lots of Japanese things revealed.
Exactly. So there is quite a lot going on. I tried to skim through some of it, but basically it's still ongoing, so it's kind of hard to talk about. Jesus Christ, mute your microphone, you mongrel.
I'm bad at that. Sorry. Oh, there's a button for that. Look at that.
Yeah, that's been there literally the entire time.
Yeah.
Oh God. I work with idiots.
You do. I'm not that good at computers.
We should probably move on to anime because we've got fuck all time.
Anime, let's do it.
Yeah.
So, anime is the thing I haven't watched in a while.
Fucking A.
Yeah, but because I finished watching Berserk for the first time a while ago.
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna rewatch. Oh, not rewatch. But I'm gonna watch the what I gather are basically the abridged sort of movie versions to keep it relevant. They were made a few years ago, like 2011, 2013, I think.
I'm trying to think. Was it? Fuck, we only talked about this a couple of weeks ago. There's a new like movie or something that's got a completely different style and it looks fuck ugly.
But no, they had the original series back in 1997 or something like that, and they had the two movies out like a few years ago, and now this year, just very recently, they had the second season.
That's right, and it's real ugly.
It's playing out after the whole catastrophe, end of the world, giant naked lady that I saw it for too long thing. And yeah, they've just changed the art style. It's completely they've stuck with the computer generated style of animation that they did for the movies, which is fair enough. I think it looks cool. It's not bad. It's definitely not as gritty and sort of tasteful as the original.
No.
But they've just got the whole direction of it's gone completely different, where it's kind of like hamming up all the violence and. Actually, no, that's a bad way of putting it. I'm getting so many
messages on my phone.
Real fucking professional, bruh.
Let me just mute it and throw it on the bed. Yeah.
But this is the new series where, like, the first episode, Gut swings his giant fucking sword, and it makes it sound like clang as it hits the fucking ground.
Cool. That's what you want to hear. You want to hear. That's good sound design, even if it sounds silly. It's good sound design, because otherwise it's just like dirt and hits dirt.
Yeah, maybe you're right. It just sounded a bit. It was jarring, like you wouldn't expect it. It made it sound like the sword was fucking hollow or something.
I mean, if he didn't hit a rock or anything like that, that's probably fair. It sounds stupid, but in context, I like that sort of attention to detail. If you make it sound like a real thing, and you know, I have this irrational hatred every time someone pulls a sword out of a scabbard. It goes shing. Like, who the fuck has a metal scabbard? That's retarded.
Yeah, I'm the same with movies, and whenever they like cock a gun or just pull the fucking hammer back and it makes a huge noise.
Yeah.
I'm like, it's not that fucking big a deal. Just calm yourself down, Hollywood.
And most guns have double action, so you don't actually need to cock it. You just pull the trigger and it goes.
Yeah.
Cool story.
Yep.
I was going to say, I mentioned last week, just in passing, that New Game was a really popular show with a bunch of artwork, and I want to upgrade that statement to, fuck me, there's a lot of artwork for that show. Like, every second thing I see on, like, for example, Reddit has a bunch of artwork, anime artwork things, because I have no life, that's what I do. They have, just every second picture is from this game, from this anime. I might have to watch it, like, properly, because some of it looks really fucking cool.
Yeah? How cool?
Genuinely, fan art surprises me at the best of times. Like, if you go on DeviantArt and look at Naruto fan art, it's fucking hysterical. They're just a bunch of, like, weebs going, I could draw pictures. And it's really bad. But this stuff is, like, proper professional shit. And people do this on their free time for their favorite show. I fucking love that. I appreciate the effort. So maybe I should watch it.
Do you think they'll ever make an anime about weebs?
Do you ever think NHK?
No, NHK is about fucking hikikomoris. That's like a genuine social problem. Whereas hikikomoris are just a genuine social nuisance.
Yes.
But it would come full fucking circle for there to be an anime about weebs. They would have to get like proper fucking, Americans. It would probably be American made. Maybe it would be like an Afro Samurai sort of deal, you know?
I'm trying to think. Every way I can picture in my head, it sounds like the worst fucking idea ever.
Oh, it would be awful, but it's supposed to be because it's about fucking weebs. There's nothing good about weebs. Nothing positive. And I'm bummed that it's been abbreviated to weebs because back in the day I wanted it to be abbreviated to boo.
Yeah.
To booze. Like, those damn boos. But it didn't. It got abbreviated to weebs.
I'm glad that we very quickly skipped through that phase.
I don't know. I hung there for a while.
Yeah, I mean, I was, as we know, the only merch I ever had for anime was the stuff that you gave me. I just didn't collect merch. I didn't like that side of things. I just like watching anime. And then, but I sort of got out of that pretty quickly. But some of the people that get stuck and are like, oh my god, Japan's such a great place to live. I want to go there. Like, fucking holiday in Japan? Cool as shit. Love that country. Living there? Fuck that. Terrible place.
Yeah, I didn't know if, like, just owning lots of merch was the defining factor of being a weeb. But now, even though it's sort of still vaguely defined, I look to Filthy Frank's Weeboo song for like truly how to understand and define a weeb.
Which you learnt on the ukulele.
Of course, very easy song, it's only 4 chords. And it's very clear, the numerous verses.
That's like meta weeb shit. You're learning about how to describe weebs from someone else by playing the music that they play. That's fucking meta weeb shit, bro.
Is it?
Yeah.
I don't really consider myself much of a weeb anymore, though.
No, fuck no, but you were once.
Oh, of course. I was a tadpole once, too.
I'm not going to go into the story of how we actually managed to meet because it was it was so fucking weeby and gross.
Verse 3 goes, I live at my computer desk and argue with teenagers on the internet about atheism and how Japan is superior to other countries. That's the third verse.
Yeah. That's literally what... For some reason, if you genuinely think Japan is superior in any way, go to Japan, look around, take off your fucking rose-colored glasses that make everything pretty, and go, fuck, this place is fucked. Genuinely screwed. Cool place. I love that place, but it's fucked. Speaking of fuck things, I finally got rid of my Crunchyroll sub. I don't know why I had it for this long. I watched a couple of shows on Crunchyroll and just could have kept it going because I knew my friends and family were using it. My sister came around on Saturday, the day after I cancelled it, and she got very, very upset with me after many, many bourbons because for some stupid reason she wanted to try and keep up with me with drinking, and it's just a terrible idea.
Oh, fuck, you ended that sentence that way.
Yeah, well...
you started speaking of fuck things, I'm like, please don't say dead raccoon or something.
Yeah, but apparently she was watching Naruto and she's very upset that I cancelled Crunchyroll. I'm like, you fucking deserved it for watching that show, you stupid bitch.
Nah, fuck that.
I also learned that never watch movies with my sister because fucking hell, she doesn't stop talking. I had to stop the movie and about 2 hours later she's like, are we going to finish that movie? I'm like, no, we're not. Because fuck you talked all the way through The Martian. I love that movie.
See, one of my favorite things to do is like be semi-engaged with the movie and just be drunk with mates and watch it and talk over it.
Oh, yeah, totally.
But that's like a different thing to going to the cinema and sitting down. Being stone sober and watching something.
She was just constantly talking. It just drove me absolutely fucking nuts.
Yeah.
Anyway, the other thing is that my flatmates decided they wanted to watch a Magical Girl show after watching some Cardcaptor Sakura and got the manga for it and shit like that. Oh, yeah. And they fucking love it, and that was really cool. And they're like, oh, what's another Magical Girl show we can watch? And I was like, well, Lyrical Nanaha is one of my favorites. I think it's a fantastic show. And they said, oh, we really heard a lot about Madoka Magica. Can you put that on? I'm like, okay. It's going to be fun to watch.
Magica's not a traditional magic girl, though, is it?
Literally designed specifically to turn the Magical Girl thing on its head and make it dark and
It's kind of like, oh, look, magic weird shit, and then rails straight into fucking rock bottom from SpongeBob.
Yeah, I like it. It's a cool show. I mean, I only watched it once. I'll never watch it again because it's fucking average, really. It's
Hello,
drunk.
do you like Magic Girl?
Have you seen Lyrical Nanaha?
Of course, the first 3 seasons, up until where Fate and Nanoha, is that her name?
Yeah.
Are adults, and then have weird, purely platonic sleepovers.
Yeah, I loved the first season was good. Second season was fucking revolving one things. That was fucking awesome. I loved that. And then they got grown up, and I watched the first two episodes of Strikers, the third season. I was like, haha, no, that's enough for me.
Fuck, that's painful to look back on.
But now there's another Magical Girl next season I talked about last week, and I'm really looking forward to that. It's going to be fucking awesome. Yes. I can't remember what it was called. Something Vivid or Vivid something. Can't remember.
Yeah, no, I remember. Every part of my brain was like, Vivid Red, and I'm like, no, that's not what it's called.
Vivid Red was a good show, and anyone that disagrees is wrong, because mayonnaise. Anyway,
wrong as mayonnaise.
We have to wrap it up, because whatever, I'm Dante.
Shit, that quick?
That quick!
Fucking hell. Okay. One chatterbox some event. I don't see why it has to be so sudden.
It doesn't have to be sudden. We're at we're way over time.
I know that, but you got to be a bit more graceful.
I was trying to think, but I was watching the second counter change, and I was like, it's just like fucking that. Was it 24? That of the seconds moving. Terrifying.
Oh, like the doot of that 24 show.
Was it 24? The one that just like every time the seconds bleep, it was like ding ding. It was fucking terrifying.
Wow, there's a great Japanese song about Jack Bauer.
Fuck it, we're ending the podcast. Bye.